I think a lot of apparent people are going to be a bit triggered by this title and instantly dislike without listening, but I could be wrong. My intention is to help, not to stir controversy for the sake of it. So I hope you listen to the content and the context for what I'm about to say. Because there's this YouTube video trend at the moment, right? That you may have noticed that everyone is jumping on. Feeling lost, lazy, uninterested, depressed after spiritual awakening. What to do? And this obviously reflects a lot of people's experience. So let me first say, the starting place is that you're already a fully awake, enlightened being. Possibly, just possibly claiming that you're not. You already are this infinite consciousness appearing right now. You can just claim that you're not, that you're a limited, separate person. This is where we start. If a teacher tells you otherwise and that you're not enlightened yet, they're a teacher of duality. You see, the person never really wakes up. It's more like this consciousness that's appearing as the person awakens to itself. It's seeing through the illusion that you are just the person to reveal your true nature as the consciousness. Now, what is very common after awakening is a lot of emotions can come out. And this is only a metaphor, but it's like a space can open up. And this space was originally filled with dense thinking and personal identity. And into that new space can flow a lot of old suppressed emotions, some we could label apathy, sadness, or even depression. If you spend your whole life being motivated by the idea that you're a person who needs to do and achieve things in life, to add on to yourself, to make other people proud, to find peace, happiness, and fulfillment in the future, in achievements, in accolades, and that whole paradigm is shattered and revealed to be an illusion, there may well be some apathy after that. There may well be an adjustment period after that, where you have to allow your interest and motivation to come from a new place, a more truthful place. If you feel depressed because of an idea that there's no one here, there's no control, or everything's actually pointless, if you feel lonely and isolated because no one understands what I'm going through, if you feel sad and superior because everyone else is still asleep, I understand and I have compassion for these feelings, and they're perfectly valid. But it's not the deeper awakening. I know this might annoy a lot of you for me to say this, but do you see? It's still all about me, as an individual. True awakening is pointing beyond this. But don't worry or get all offended. You're already awake. And it's a type of awakening, a mental or intellectual awakening. Something genuine has been glimpsed. You're not just this person, not just this body and mind, and everything is infinite consciousness appearing. You glimpse the truth of ultimately there's no you, no purpose or meaning like it was thought there was, but then the mind is co-opting this and is turning it into a story with all kinds of inferences. I see there's no purpose, so that means everything I do is meaningless now. And I see that everyone is listening to their thoughts and not present and asleep, so I feel like I'm alone and no one understands me. You see, the mind has missed the point. There is no one else out there but you. Not that others aren't experiencing, but that we're all the same non-dual consciousness. You're making meaning out of meaninglessness. You're saying, I'm going to convince others to drop their ego by using my ego. You're saying, no one understands me and my awakening experience, when ultimately there is no individual you or awakening experience that the individual is having. It's all the dream of non-dual consciousness, and you aren't separate from anything or any of it. You see, it completely depends on the interpretation, right? One person can say, I've realized it's all ultimately pointless, and that's so depressing, and now nothing interests me, and I don't want to do anything anymore. Another can say, I've realized it's ultimately purposeless and pointless. How amazing! The pressure's off. The fear is gone. I'm free to dance, to play, to create in this wonderful dream. We're free to make our own purpose and help others realize their inherent freedom. And counterintuitively, that becomes the purpose. Think about it. If you're having a dream and you went lucid in the dream, are you going to sit there and say, I've realized it's all just a dream and it's all not real, and so there's no point in doing anything? No. You're going to go, I've realized it's all a dream and it's not real, so I'm free. I'm free to explore. I can do anything. Isn't this amazing? I'm looking at my own mind, my own consciousness. I can fly. You see, when the truth is seen, you're a clean slate. You're not that personal identity in your mind made out of the collection of thoughts. You're not bound by that limited story of yourself. You're the freedom itself. Yes, you might wake up in a nightmare, or perhaps a job that you don't really like, or a career that you were doing because you thought it would make you secure, make your parents proud, make yourself proud, or have you live up to society's expectations, and now that illusion is shattered. And that can be tough. You look around at your life and realize everything is aligned with ignorance and misunderstanding and the old paradigm, and it happened over here too. And so there can be an adjustment phase of months or even several years where everything is gradually aligning with the new paradigm and the deeper truth. And relationships can shift and careers can change. You're perhaps much happier sitting in the park in nature now than you are trying to get rich with the latest crypto pump. You perhaps can be completely fascinated by the pattern on a leaf or the shape of a cloud, and you wish others could appreciate that with you. And I get it. There can be a kind of in-between phase where your life and relationships catch up with your new understanding, and you might finally meet someone who can just sit there and appreciate the moon with you, and how we're all just living in a wonderful dream, and all the challenges too. But if you're feeling lost, lazy, uninterested, or depressed after awakening, and you feel stuck there, or superior to everyone because they can't see the truth, there's still some emotions to process. There's still some deeper truths to be seen. Look into your being. Look into the nature of this, the nature of this dream. On the other side of apathy is creative spontaneity. On the other side of laziness is relaxation and bliss. After awakening, you will still feel the emotions, perhaps even more so. You may feel sad sometimes, cry, and feel all kinds of emotional pain, but you know yourself as the deeper self at the same time. You know yourself as the still, silent space around it all. You allow the emotions to flow because you are this allowingness. You are free to play and create. You're lost because you realize it's all just a story. Great. Then you're free to write a new one. You're free to write your own story, and you are the canvas. For one-on-one coaching inquiries for those serious about working together, go to speaktoalex.com.